Hey everyone, it's Overrogue here again, and with a video covering two different topics. So if you want to jump to a specific one, you can find the timestamp currently on your screen or from the pinned comment. So the first topic will be me predicting the upcoming meta based on some theory, like how these new addition of passive and active modules will bring changes to the meta setups. And the second topic will be whether you should go for a legendary pilot or a regular pilot. So starting off with the first topic, which is about predicting the upcoming meta. So I think just like last time, currently in the current situation, in the current state of the game, you will see last stand in each and every robot of every hangar. I'm not sure about other leagues, but that's the case in Champions League. If not a maxed out last stand, you will see at least a level 2 or level 3 last stand in every robot. And whether you like it or not, you have to get that module to survive or to compete against your opponents, because if you don't get it, everyone will. So it's like a must-have module. So I think just like that, this new anti-control module will also become that must-have module. So every single player are gonna use it to counter the lockdown and suppression. You know, after the introduction of lockdown concept, how it has totally changed the whole game. Beacon runners like Strider, Kumiho are useless. It has also faded away that Hellburner squad. And also, no matter how powerful robot you use, once you get locked in an intense situation, you get focus from multiple robots, multiple opponents, and you can go down really easily. So I think this anti-control module will also be a must-have like the last 10. And I think we will see one last 10, the combination of one last 10 and anti-control module in each and every robot. And it doesn't take really much time for game-changing equipment to go popular. So I think we will see this happening in like 2-3 weeks. So that's it about the passive modules. And now about the active modules. I think soon this advanced repair unit and quantum radar will be the two modules we will see a lot in the meta setups. And the other three modules, I don't think they will be part of the meta, because you know, death mark is really not that useful module. You can get damage advantage from modules and boosters, and this death mark takes 40 power cell, and it will only give 20% extra damage just for 6 seconds and only for a single target that you choose. So I don't really think this will become popular. And repair unit now has a rip-off module, so no one will use that either. And lockdown ammo, we have the anti-control module, so it makes the lockdown ammo useless. So that's why I think advanced repair unit and quantum radar will be the only used active modules. And my theory behind that is, you know, for tanky robots, people will use the advanced repair unit and they will spam it a lot. Like imagine you can recover 40% HP of your robot in just 4 seconds. So imagine using it on an invader with 500k HP. So you can recover 200k HP in just 4 seconds on your invader. And also in other tanky robots like Fenrir and Bulwark. Like in this gameplay, you can see I took out a lot of robots. I was spamming that advanced repair unit, and here in this situation, I was beaten down to 800 something HP. Then just with one click, I made a comeback in 4 seconds with 60,000 HP. So yeah, I think this advanced repair unit will be really popular, and people will use the quantum radar still for robots like Spectre and Ares, because you know these robots only have very few amount of HP. They go down so easily. So if you replenish their health, there is no point of that, and you can use the quantum radar to take down stealth opponents. So yeah, these two are the active modules I think will be a part of meta. And now moving to the robots and weapons. So since there is no addition of new robot or weapon, I think the same one will still be the meta. Ares will still be the most powerful robot, and same goes to the weapons. So now coming to the second topic, which is whether you should go for a legendary pilot or a regular pilot. So the only difference between these two is that the legendary pilots have one unique skill, which usually have a much powerful effect at max level than compared to a normal skill. So if you are deciding between one of them, you should only consider that unique skill. So there are currently only 5 legendary pilots, and I will tell you one by one if you should get that legendary pilot or instead a regular one. So starting with the invader, so the legendary pilot for invader is Stanislav Chen or something like that. I'm sorry about the pronunciation, I'm not quite sure. So for this robot, for invader, I think you should get a regular pilot instead, because the unique skill of this one, that Stan Chen something, it increases the suppression effect only, and I think after the anti-control module, suppression and lockdown will be useless. So I don't see, it will only waste your one skill slot, and since both legendary and regular pilots both have 7 slots, so I think if you go for a regular pilot for your invader, you can choose all 7 skills by your own, so none of them will be wasted. And about the Ares, we have this legendary pilot Minji Novak. So for this one also I will say you should go for the regular pilot, because the unique skill only gives you 10% increased damage, which is a lot by the way, but only for 30 seconds in a 10 minutes match, and that's also conditional. It will only activate when your Ares code goes down to 50% HP. So I think instead of that, I will consider a normal skill, which will give 10% increased damage throughout the whole match for as long as my Ares survives. So yeah, and it sounds ironic since I have myself unlocked, hired this pilot, but trust me, I regret my decision now. So, and about the rest 3 pilots, for Aujun, for Bulwark, and the Inquisitor, I think for these 3 robots you should go with the legendary pilots. I know it will cost a lot of gold, but that one unique skill with extra power, with more effect than a normal skill, can make a lot of difference in a match. So that's why I think, and all of these 3 skills of these pilots are not conditional like the Ares, like if this happens then you will get this. No, it's nothing like that. I think all these 3 unique skills are really useful. Like for the Aujun, you have this increased ability damage, so the inbuilt Ember will deal extra damage, and I think at max at level 10 the effect will be 10% or 15%. So that can really make a lot of difference. Having even one of the 7 skill like this can be really good. And about the Kyle Rogers, the unique skill is that Inquisitor will repair some amount of HP every second, and I think at max it will be at level 10, the effect will be 2 or 3% every second. So if you stay back and if you play safe with your Inquisitor, so imagine healing that small portion every second can also can give you a lot of advantage. But also I will say only go for the Kyle Rogers if you have a maxed out Inquisitor and if you are using one already. And for the last robot, Bulwark, I think the legendary pilot for that robot is Tobias. So the unique skill of that pilot is that all the active module will recharge faster, and I think by recharge it means the cooldown. So like Bulwark is a tanky robot like with a lot of HP, so equipping one advanced repair unit and then spamming it, you can spam it even quicker with that shorter cooldown. So I think that will also be a really good skill. So yeah, that's why I think so that's all the reason. So again, for Aujun, Inquisitor, and Bulwark, you should go with the legendary pilot, and for the Ares and the Invader, you should go with the regular pilots, and the reasons I have just told you. So I guess that's all, and that's it. I think I've covered all the topics of this video. So if you found it informative or if you enjoyed the video, then please don't forget to leave a like, and also don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. We just crossed the 5,000 milestone, and there's much more, like maybe let's go for the 6,000 next, and I guess I will see you on the next one.